You have been eating healthy food, training consistently, doing cardio, and yet that stubborn belly fat is still staring back at you in the mirror. You've done the keto phase, the intermittent fasting, hundreds of crunches for days, and there is no significant result. This is because you have been making one or all of these 7 specific mistakes that are secretly sabotaging your progress, which we are going to talk about in this video. These are not generic advice, but they are behavioral traps which studies have proven to be the most common mistake that have kept most people from losing belly fat. The last one is the most important of them all. The first mistake that has been keeping most people from seeing their six-pack is what I call the silent abs killer. Most people pay attention to what they eat, but completely neglect what they drink. Why I call this the silent abs killer is because liquid calorie does not make you feel full as much as solid food, meaning it is very easy for you to consume hundreds of extra calories without you realizing it. So when you flood your system with liquid sugar, your liver goes into overdrive, meaning that it turns those excessive energy directly into visceral fat, which is very hard to lose. Sugary beverages are those silent extra calories that you consume without you realizing it. So the quick fix to this is stick with water, sparkling water, black coffee if you enjoy it, unsweetened tea. That is not the only mistake that most people make while trying to lose belly fat. In fact, mistake number 2 is one of the most important. I called it protein deficiency. A lot of people think that losing belly fat simply means just cutting calories. So they switch to a diet of plain salad and apple slices, but they fail to understand the importance of knowing their macros properly. Protein is one of the most important nutrients for fat loss. So when you don't get enough protein, your body starts breaking your muscle tissue for energy while storing fat. That is why it is scientifically proven that protein helps to burn calories during digestion in respect to fat and carbohydrate. So when you are in the process of losing weight, preserving muscle is very important, which is the work of protein, because it helps to support your metabolism. To quickly fix this, make protein the star of the show, meaning let protein be the major part of your meal. Stop reserving it for dinner. No, know the amount that you should consume per day and make sure you stick to it. The third mistake is called the weekend warrior. When you go to the restaurants on weekends with your friends or family, what do you usually use to supplement your meals? Protein shake?
What are you saying?
Protein shake? No, alcohol. Most alcoholic drink contains a lot of calories in them without offering any nutritional value. It is proven that too much of alcohol lowers inhibition, making it easy to overeat or craving for unhealthy foods. Let's be honest, after a few drinks, what kind of food do you normally crave for? Pizza, tacos, or greasy fries? Do you usually skip workout after a night of heavy drinks? Alcohol isn't automatically the problem, but too much of it makes it very difficult for your body to burn belly fat. Consuming excessive alcohol is one of the mistakes that is keeping you from losing belly fat. I know life is too short, so you got to enjoy it, but don't reduce the short life by consuming too much alcohol that might possibly damage your special organs. So the easiest fix to this is moderation. But if you are like me, stop drinking alcohol completely for the health of your liver and to help you burn belly fat. The first mistake that most people make while trying to lose belly fat is called crash dieting. This one hurts the most because it comes from a place of good intention but a wrong approach. Crash dieting means cutting too much calories at once. Most believe that eating less makes you lose weight. If that is the truth, that means almost eating nothing should work faster, right? But no, it doesn't work that way. Your body is very smart. Whenever you starve it, it slows down metabolism in order to conserve energy. Then your cortisol level is spiked, which tells your body to store fat around your midsection as a survival mechanism. But at the moment you stop eating too little, obviously which will happen because we are humans, we don't survive on air, then you gain all the weight that you thought you've lost. In fact, you will gain extra weight because you will end up overeating. What this does is it creates a cycle of restriction followed by overeating. So crash dieting is difficult to maintain and it makes you to feel tired, hungry and frustrated. Eating too little is not the best way. Just know the amount of calories that you need to consume per day. Calorie deficit doesn't have to be you eating just too little. Moderate calorie deficit, that is you cutting the amount of calories that you can maintain for long, not the one that will make you lose weight all of a sudden. What you want to lose is fat, not muscles and water weight. The next mistake that most people make while on the journey of losing belly fat is the most underrated part of fat loss plan. It is poor sleep. You can eat perfectly well, train perfectly well, but if you don't get enough sleep, you are fighting an uphill battle which we're eventually going to lose. When you don't get enough sleep, it messes up with hunger hormones. It sparks ghrelin and it suppresses leptin. Sleep deprivation makes you to crave for high carb, sugary junk food. The best way to improve your poor sleeping habit is to go to bed at the same time each evening, limiting screen time before bed and keeping your bedroom dark and cool. Improving your sleep won't magically burn belly fat overnight, but it makes healthy habits very easy to maintain. The sixth mistake that is keeping most people from losing belly fat is choosing cardio only. Cardio is a great exercise for your heart and it burns calories while you do it. But the moment you step off the treadmill, it mostly stops the calorie burn. That is why only cardio means missing the most important pieces of the puzzle. Only running will make you lose carrying after losing weight. But when it is cooperated with strength training exercises, it makes you to build muscle while losing fat. The magic of building muscle is this. Muscle tissues burn calories even at rest more than fat tissue does. So building muscle means turning your body into a fat burning machine even at rest. Make strength training the foundation of your routine without stopping cardio. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. Just train at least 2 times a week. The best combo is nutrition, strength training and cardio. The next is the biggest lie in the fitness industry: spot reduction. Most people believe that doing hundreds of crunches will make them burn belly fat. It doesn't work that way because you cannot specifically tell your body where to lose fat from. Your body only decides where to burn fat. So when you are on calorie deficit, eating healthy, training well and doing cardio, what happens is your body starts turning fat into energy from any part of it, which specifically depends on genders and hormones. So doing endless ab exercises will make you to build mid-set muscles underneath your belly fat without burning those fat on top of the muscles. So in order to reduce belly fat, you need to reduce overall body fat through healthy eating, regular exercising, good sleep and consistent habits. The recap of all that we have learned today: avoid sugary drinks, up your protein, watch the amount of alcohol that you consume, stop starving yourself, get a good sleep, start strength training and forget useless spot reduction. This might be a lot to face at once, but if I were you, I would just pick one that I'm going to face this week, like upping your protein, increasing the amount of protein and going to bed an hour earlier. So let me know in the comment section which of these mistakes that you have been struggling with, and I will reply you within 24 hours. Please subscribe, like and share.